Okay. Don't know what's wrong with that. I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't give a shit. All right. Got work to do. Yeah, I bet the shit out of it. Down. If I scan it, it'll be flat. Hey, what up? Ego? 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 Appreciate you, dude. Thank you. Let's try to bring this up to this level. So here on, it's pretty clear, pretty defined. It's just about detailing and execution. But this side is very chaotic still. So let's see what we can do about that. Make sense of it. Okay, let's do the easiest part.
person in the tree? Is he also? Let's have him chill. We don't need him to be always fucking hyped up constantly. This character. So we'll do this. I'm gonna change this one. Somebody here. Is he interacting with this tree? I think so. So there's a tree they're all sitting on. So maybe he's at the very top, just chilling with this guy over here, soccer. He's getting his pose. His knee. His hand on his knee. He's chilling. So I can't have him in the same place. So let's see. Do something like this. He's just can't see the page. What the hell are you talking about? It's still pretty raw. I mean, you can see some of it here. You're gonna have to just look harder, CeeLo. Oh, you can see it now. Okay, well maybe something was blocking it. Maybe the sun was on it. Let me see if there's a shine. Oh, yes, this is pretty blinding. Hold on a sec, guys. Oh, that didn't do shit. Oh no! Oh shit, that's not good. Maybe she's just like, I do imagine her putting, moving her bangs out the way or something like that. With one hand. Part of me wants her to pet the dog, but a part of me wants her to do some cool shit too. So let's see. Let's see here. Hold on. So let's just keep exploring. Hmm. Should I use? I'm kind of spoiling things on this page for things that are gonna appear later, but it's really cryptic. Really cryptic in this, right? So maybe I can show a little bit of her power, maybe set in just kind of in a cryptic way. What am I drawing? I'm drawing Chapter Zero's double spread for my series Demonation. That I am actually pitching, not presenting to the public just yet. I'm pitching to, once I finish Chapter Zero, I can send it over to Shonen Jump and enter it in contests and stuff. This might not make it in, to be honest with you, because this has more so to do with the Chapter Zero itself rather than the one shot version that I have to submit to a tournament. So I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. Because there's a 55-page limit, and this one's already like for the first part of Chapter Zero, it's already like 60 something pages. But I do want to show them. You guys, you know what? I know there's a couple people in here who probably don't even know me. Here's some of the work that I've done recently. I'll show you guys. We'll do like a brief pause before we jump back into sketching. Here's some of the concept covers for the series. All characters from the universe and some story events on these covers in like a cryptic way. One of my favorites. This guy, Jack Gumshoe. Sanji, Cloud Father of the New World. And we got Zoe and Gorgon, Masochist, and Soccer. Briefer, like this CIA zombie character in the story. He's the head of the Cloud Zero, basically in the story. So he's like the CIA brief. We got Flash art, double spreads for the arcs. Here was one. Here's one for the Helena Siren arc. Here was like a Christmas special I did. Here is the first arc, or technically the second arc, but the first arc of the story. My friend didn't do the lettering. I have to get him to do the lettering because my lettering is kind of goofy compared to his. Like, look at this. Look what he did. He's crazy. He goes in. I give him a general idea, and then he just like takes it. Put this away. Go back into it. It's crazy how like these lives are so freaking dead all the time, bro. And you see the level that I'm creating at, and it's not reflective of the algorithm's treatment, bro. It's crazy. I be seeing garbage, like literally on purpose, shitty fan art of things that exist, getting 150 people watching it. It's fucking insane. That's how you know it's rigged. It's pay to play. Uh, God destroy the fake shit in this world. Let's see here. Okay, I kind of like the idea of her parting her veins. Right now we're really in that early structure gesture phase, kind of finding the forms, finding the story that we're telling through their poses, through their expressions, through the placement of where their hands, what they're doing. The face isn't the only thing that's expressive. You can convey a lot of emotion through hands, through pose. You can convey an attitude, a mode. Thanks, CeeLo. Appreciate you, bro. Just keep at it, bro. Well, to be honest, social media is 100% rigged. I've been doing it for way too long to not to still be getting like two people maybe, and then on YouTube and everywhere else it's zero. So, and on top of that, I'm losing fucking followers in other places. So it's like, what the hell's going on here? It's AI algorithm. It doesn't want to push people's own like concepts out, their own original stuff that they're doing. It wants to promote what's sensational, what gets attention quick because it's like so ridiculous, or it wants to promote fan art of Boruto or whatever bullshit. It doesn't support people who are doing their own thing unless they're paying for it. Right? They have to pay for it, bro. That's the problem with this thing. And so I don't have any expectations to grow or anything on social media. I know it's pay to play for the most part, um, and it's somebody's got levers that they're pulling and deciding who the fuck gets to be up and who stays down and who stays suppressed. My goal, my hope, my pursuit is to get this thing on the biggest platform in the world, Shonen Jump, when it comes to manga, when it comes to comics. Right? Japan is where comics is most alive right now in the world. It's got the most opportunity, and it's very competitive. But they're starting to be much more open to foreigners when it comes to the entertainment industry over there. And that entertainment industry makes animes out of original concepts. It doesn't have to be Batman. It doesn't have to be Superman. These 100-year-old superheroes that we all love, that they keep recreating in America. You know why? Because they're afraid to take a risk. It's literally a place where stories can actually have a shot at breaking through and entering the the world stage and getting people to question and ponder about the world we live in. It's these, this story is not just entertainment. It's a story that is gonna reveal a lot of corruption in the world. It's gonna convey a lot of hidden things, and I don't want to give too much away from it, but what you're seeing now in the world is this like sort of tippy toe step towards disclosure, towards a lot more than just like alien disclosure, which is a whole that's a whole thing in itself. Um, Aliens, this whole thing, it's a big distraction. But the real disclosure is way worse and way more ancient, and that's what we're going to be facing. That's what we're seeing with Epstein. That's what we're seeing with these things being released with this Professor Jiang guy. We started to talk about this stuff. It's the people in charge. They're deciding, hey, we're gonna give them a little bit of what's really going on behind the curtains. You have to translate it too. How are you gonna send it in? CeeLo, you never heard of a translator, bro? Do you think it's impossible or something, bro? There's people who have are not even on the same level of like skill, writing, or anything, who've already gone in. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe they didn't make a big splash, but it's very very possible. It's just you have to be willing to translate it and enter a contest and submit directly to them. You could submit directly online to Shonen Jump if you want to, CeeLo, because I think you are creating. If I'm not wrong, you're creating a comic or something, right? I can see your profile pic. If you're interested in trying to make your own manga, you should shoot for the biggest platform. That's what I recommend because self-publishing, like that's cool and all, do it. That's fine. You don't have any competition. There's no risk like that. But it is all on you. And on top of that, it's not. It's very. You pretty much have to hope for virality to get viral somehow. That's the only way to get through that. Otherwise, you're like you know, barely getting by and putting everything into it just to barely get by. Just to have a self-publish. There's magazines out there. They will publish your work. You just gotta be willing to, be brave enough to face the critiques and adapt. Nah, I'm just curious about it. I'm not making a comic, but I wouldn't mind to. That's pretty cool though. Much art. Okay, for sure, bro. Follow, and I'll follow back. And I'll check out your work, and I always like to support people who are creating their own art. If it is 90% fan art, I can't follow you, brother. I'm sorry. But if you're actually trying to do your own characters and stuff like that, yeah, for sure I'll follow. You can have fan art, no problem. Just I want to see people trying to make their own worlds, their own characters and stuff. Fan art gets enough support. Okay, I don't want to get into detailing mode. We still got to figure out her pose. So we got her hand right here. Let's just go break it down to the fundamentals. Where's the where's the line of action? How's it going? So we have her kind of like this. Where's her other hand? Is she really gonna be that hand? I think this hand makes more sense to do that. But if I use this hand so she parts her hair with this hand, then I can't have her pet the dog. And I don't know, something in me wants her to pet the dog, so we're gonna make her pet the dog. Let's go ahead and do that. So this is yes. Now, is this too long? Not too long. Not too long. Not too long. Thank you, D. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. That's dope, CeeLo. I'll give you a follow right now, bro. Check out your art. Always support original creators. We're not dying out here, but we're not being nourished, right? A lot of original creators, the only only way they get any visibility is through paying. They have to pay. That's the situation in social media overall, everywhere, right? It's unfortunate. And if you want your stuff to get out there, they put a giant paywall in front of you, right? If you're doing fan art, stuff that's popular, if you're just following trends, you will get tractions. But wow, we want to create something that's from our own imagination and share it with the world. Isn't that more important than just sharing trends and what exists already, right? So I always like to say, like, if you guys are fellow creators, you're doing your own original art, music, whatever it is, as long as it's from your heart, your imagination, I'll give you a follow, follow back. You got to support each other. We got to find each other out here because it's drowning. It's oversaturated with just a lot of really low key, anti human shit. Because we're more than that. We're more than fucking trends and chasing and just trying to copy other people's shit. We're here to bring something new, right? So I want you guys to support each other if you can. At least to follow, a like, help each other out. I'm here to support. If you guys are working on a story, comic, you want to share, you want feedback on, I'm here. While I'm live, I like to try to help as much people as I can in that area too. So feel free to share. We want to be detailing still. We're still trying to figure out our pose. This seems pretty stiff right here. So you have to think, okay, well, if I move her hand up, how does that change her neck, her traps, or whatever this part is called? What happens? It changes up a little bit. Okay. Let's keep it loose. It's gonna be a little bit of foreshortening here. Nah, it looks like she's like, oh, my head hurts. That's not what I'm trying to go for. So let's see. Let's try a different thing. Just rest her hand on her arm on her leg. So we can have it like that. That's that makes a little more sense actually. Okay, so she's petting the dog. Okay, either she pets the dog or she parts her hair. Mm, thinking, thinking. What's the premise to my comic? Oh, okay, yes. So the story it's sort of like Men in Black, but instead of aliens, you have fairy tales who are pretending to be human. It's called Demonation, and it's an epic dystopian fairy tale. Shonen, I guess if you want to say like, oh, is it action? What is it like? Naruto, One Piece, this type of stuff. Yeah, it's a shonen for sure, but it's not like just about fighting and action and all that bullshit. Like there's a lot of lore. There's a shit ton of just corruption unveiled and all this stuff, right? So it's an epic dystopian fairy tale about these cloud agents in black who have to keep humanity asleep to the truly magical world they live in. The world is on course for like this eminent disclosure event where humans are going to see fairy tales for the first time in a long time. But it turns out these fairy tales, they're people just like me and you. And they have families and stuff. And there's a whole thing in the story where they have their own territory, but it's purposely constantly put in a state of war, famine, strife, etc. Right? And a lot of them flee to the human territory to try to live better lives. but because humans are still asleep, meaning they can't perceive fairy tale kind, they can't even see them, it becomes a bit of a risk because if they get exposed too much to them, they'll end up seeing them, and their ancestral like memories will come flooding back, and it'll just a lot of the times makes them go crazy, makes them think these fairy tales are monsters, right? And so that's sort of like the board that we're playing with, the setting and the theme. And you have this secret government called the Cloud that's high up in the high above the clouds and just below the heavens exists this top secret organization who's so secretive that no one even knows their true name. Right? So there's a whole thing with that. But basically, their job is to make sure the balance between man and myth stays that way and keeping them asleep. And they have to deal with humans and fairy tales mixing on top of that. So there's not all humans are asleep in the story. There's many that are awake that can see fairy tales, and they know about the cloud, that secret government that runs the show. But not all of them are as good as you think they are, unfortunately. No, so this won't be available to the public. I'm submitting directly to Shonen Jump. My goal is to get it published in Weekly Shonen Jump and to release this to you guys. And I did for a long time want to approach the public, give it to you guys, but I know this story because I've been developing it for like the past 17 years as a kid growing up. So now this has always been developing throughout my life. And so I think it's really important that I take it to the biggest platform that I can and give it the best chance of growing and becoming abundant and prosperous. Because it's a story that's, like I said, I really believe in it so much that I believe it's gonna wake up the world when it gets out there and it gets in front of people's faces, especially the next generation. It's much more open, right? Much more open than any other generation I would say before. They're just trying to get the powers that be are just trying to hijack them. And so true stories though they stay in your mind, and I think it'll wake up a lot of people. So that's what I believe. So that's what I want to take it to them. Thanks, D. Appreciate you. Starting to pick up. Temperature's starting to pick up. Uh-oh. Okay. No, I don't like that. It's a little too stiff either. Okay, we're kind of meandering a little bit on her, so let's just go away from her for a second. We did some of him, we did some of her. Let's see, we got Matsuo here. It's hard to see him a little bit, but he's got these devil looking horns sticking from the side of his head. And usually I depict him doing something with his like lightning blade that he's got. Let's change it up, bro. Let's change it up. First, we gotta find the pose. Like, what is he doing? I do like this gesture of him like looking out like this. He got his glasses right here. Got his ears right here. Okay, let's not get into detailing. Let's kind of keep it general. Explore the pose. What are we doing here? So far, I just see his head. Okay. What if we had his hand kind of breaking into the front of the page right here? Kind of make a foreshortened version of his hand, and he's got like this katana, that lightning blade thing. Maybe he's starting to lift it. turtle, then you got this lightning striking out. That's the first take. Let's not go with that. Let's try a different take. Let's go. What if instead? Lightning goatee right here. What if instead? Should it be serious? Should it be goofy? He likes to garden, but he looks like this devilish looking character, right? So it's like these two opposite energies. But he's gardening. Should I make him garden in this scene? No, it's so random. It's so random. Let's try to stay on. What are we saying with this shit? You're saying eminent. I hate to use this word, but like apocalypse, eminent destructive event of some kind in the background. You've got these whispers right here behind this main character who's reading the spirit log from his older brother who disappeared and left him this, and has a bunch of secrets that only he could read. And then you have T-Bone right here looking, viewing the new world, this city right here, and this side, what's kind of culminating these doors of paradestiny in the story, where it seems like they're about to open. They're solidly locked. There's a big ass lock right here of some kind. Okay, so there's like sort of this eminent event, and then you have the cast. So you got him, T-Bone, kind of overlooking that, seeing that from his perspective, because he's got this time power. We're not gonna get into that. And then we have Lucy right here. She's petting him. Why is she petting him? What's the story there? We don't know. We don't know what we're gonna do with Lucy yet. We got Matsuo right here. He's just like bracing himself, is what it seems like to me. I mean, it might actually be appropriate to make him unsheath his weapon, because it is about him sort of getting ready for what's coming. Or maybe he's just watching. Maybe he could even just be holding it, like he's just holding it in one hand. Like he's holding it in one hand and he's watching, and his tie's like blowing in the wind right here, and he could see something coming. Got Senbai over here, who's always ready. We got his knee. He's on this tree looking thing. This is another leg. One leg. Okay, and it's connecting over here. Okay, and then we got Kogan. We're gonna include Kogan somehow. Kogan should have his back turned to all of them. We're not gonna get into why. But let's just say he's gonna have his back turned to all of them. Maybe he like looks behind him a little bit, but he's got his back turned. So maybe he's like looking behind. We won't play with it, but so far we're just gonna have his back because he's gonna take a little bit of space over here. So these characters are more like they're not in the same setting. These characters are, but these are sort of like almost what's that word? Not a montage. It's another word for it. Where like it's a bunch of different pieces stitched together. What's that word? Not paper mache. There is a term for this. I can't remember. So we have him turning. Maybe he's got one of his arms transformed. So this guy, he has a possession calling power. It just means that he can make contracts with these beings that could possess his body. He could actually possess their body parts. So he can have their arm, face, the whole body. You can do this thing called a possession pull. So let's see. Maybe he's we'll keep playing with it. We'll keep playing. We gotta keep it moving, keep the energy flowing. Get this. Maybe we should add some clouds. These sort of overarching clouds that are all pointing towards this half of it, especially this door. You can kind of use these clouds as a sort of framing mechanism. Kind of frame it, but also point them towards that direction. Okay, then we got the sewer here. Yeah. Okay. So now what we're gonna do? Get our old friend here, kneaded eraser. Stretch him. Yeah, everybody left. Social media. You gotta pay to win, man. You gotta pay to win. So you only people with money basically get to succeed now. Again. We had something free for a second, and then of course, powers that be to frame it in a way where they can just keep making money off of people's fucking backs and allowing the rich to keep getting richer. The same bullshit trend. So annoying. You can only fucking succeed in this stupid app. All of these stupid social media apps. You can only fucking succeed, bro, if you're doing some trendy shit, some clone shit, or you're paying your ass off just to get your shit out there because that's how they do it. Fuck this algorithm. Fuck the whole system. Can't wait for all of it to fucking burn down, man. Fuck that shit. All right, let's go back to crazy how fucking real artists out here they don't get no support. They gotta fucking pay. It's annoying. Send by. Let's go for it. Crazy how the system it gives people who don't deserve dignity. It gives them an abundance of it. The People who are fucking climbing from the dirt, from the fucking worms, bro. The people who are coming from the very fucking rock bottom and making something that's so different. The system fucking punishes them for existing, forces them to be slaves to this fucking algorithm. And that's not, no, I ain't gonna pay to fucking play, man. I ain't gonna fucking play at all. I ain't playing. It's just annoying. It's a big old fake digital world now, right? Full of bots, bot farmers, and all these motherfucking fake intellectual ass motherfuckers. Fuck the system. May it burn to the ground. God bless America. Real America. It's crazy how this stuff is supposed to can change your fucking life. Of course, only if you fucking pay. Not effort. No, no, no. Money. Pay us money and we can work something out type bullshit. That's not 1 hour live. I had one fucking person watching on TikTok. It's probably a bot. No people actually, bro. No people. Never mind. Never fucking mind. And then we have on Twitter one person. We're lucky. We're so lucky to have one person on Twitter watching us. And then we got the homies on YouTube, Facebook, and X. No, 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 not yeah. That's what it is. X, Twitter. It says zero. I don't know. Because we got zero then. Never mind. Instagram, I got no clue because it's not working. So most likely fucking zero. Most likely fucking zero. Given how this shitty system works. No real fucking support for a real motherfucker out here. No real fucking support for a real motherfucker out here. all of this motherfucking system. Fuck this. Pour your heart and soul into something, and you need to fucking pay to play type of shit. So rich keep getting richer, poor keep eating shit. Fucking rigged system from the fucking get-go. Slaves, not workers, slaves. You have fucking Uber with Brazilianaires out here talking about leaving the fucking planet because they're bored out of their mind. Man. We're out here fucking stuck. We don't have to be. Nobody has to be, bro. Nobody has to be. That's the worst part of it all. Working fucking full time, nonstop, every fucking day. Maybe one day off if you're lucky. In a year, you only get fucking maybe a week maybe of sick pay, vacation, whatever you want to call it. If you're lucky, if you even have a job, you know what I'm saying? And still, all your money goes to just living, not being able to actually live, just surviving. And then you come on here for a hope. You come on here for trying to like let's. I want to make a change something. You know, I want to put my shit out there. Oh no, it's not that it's not good enough, motherfucker. It's more than good enough. It's overqualified, and that's the fucking issue here. It it's overqualified to the point where you're like, it's unbelievable, and you get this shitty little fucking greedy system that we're in, and it says, oh, it doesn't matter about the quality. We're about the quantity. Give us your money. Give us your fucking money that you barely have enough of because you're stuck living, stuck focused on surviving. And then maybe we'll give you a shot. It's a fucking black hole, bro. That's what that shit is. Real money is submitting directly to people with fucking money. It goes back to that. It goes back to that. We're not worried about details. We just gotta get this structure cleared. And look at that. They end my life. Because nobody's fucking here. Pisses me off, man. Pisses me off. Instagram constantly losing followers. I don't know who the fuck put a curse on me like this, man, but it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. God fucking send it back tenfold on whoever fucking did this thing, because this is some bullshit. All you're doing is feeding my haters. Algorithm. That's all you do is feed my haters. I'm gonna change that. Torsos. I'm gonna put this down actually. I do feel like this is a little too much. This is so this should be actually right here. This light shouldn't be detailed later. I've been live for an hour. I got one person watching me, throughout that whole hour, and it ends my stream. And here we go again, back to the same fucking cycle of this fucking groundhog, hellish TikTok shitty algorithm, shitty social media fucking system that we're in that rewards only the fucking people willing to pay, which are the rich. The rich motherfuckers always get to win. They just get richer, richer, richer. Real motherfuckers out here trying to create something that's genuinely from their heart, their soul, their imagination. Oh, who gives a fuck? Go die. Unless you get lucky, but that shit really is just a psyop, bro. There's something wrong with the fucking system at its core. And I'm fucking pissed. I'm cursing so much. So pissed. We're gonna actually put his hand there. We're gonna put this. That's great. Thank you, Luffy. I appreciate you. It's just a fucked up system, man. It just doesn't want to support somebody who's doing something from their own mind. Maybe if I drew popular shit, but I'm not trying to do that. I have no interest in that. I hear you. Appreciate you, dude. This is off. I think it's that direction. Yeah, I made him a little too buff. I'm gonna have to fix that. Just worry about the actual proportions real quick. Okay, I kind of fuck with that. I kind of fuck with that. Okay. Okay. All right, Luffy. I'm gonna just show you some of my work, and I'm gonna end it because I'm over it right now, and I'm hungry. I'm hangry at the same time. We'll just look at it like this. Can you see what I'm? Should I do it like this, or should I go like this? I'll just go like this. These are some of the concept covers. It's all from the same story I'm working on. I'm pitching a Shonen Jump. This series I've been developing since I was a little kid. Going on 17 years. It's a story about these cloud agents in black who have to keep humanity asleep to the truly magical world that they away. And now we're working on Chapter Zero's double spread right here. This is actually, I'm not sure if I'll be sending this. If I can make, I want to send them this spread as a part of the Chapter Zero, but I'm limited to like 55 pages, so we'll see what we do about that. Thank you, bro. Those are all actually just traditional. So once I put it in the computer, I can keep refining it and cleaning it up and finalizing it. So all that is just the traditional part of it. Bro, it's so hard to do good character designs. This is done well. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. For me, it's all about story. Art has always been secondary to me. The story is key. The story world and the purpose behind the story, because there's a lot of stories out there that are just fucking slop, that are just pure I'm gonna get stronger, beat the bad guy type shit. You know, what are we talking about? Solo leveling? What are we talking about? Fucking sword art type bullshit. You know what I'm saying? The same Asian looking ideal main character in every fucking manga now. Okay? This black haired, light skinned, I'm the protagonist as main character in like every fucking manga, bro. And not just that, it's the story it tells. The story it fucking tells, what is it? It's leveling up, I'm gonna level up, I'm gonna level up. Now I'm the strongest, everybody respect me type bullshit. Uninteresting, boring, boring, boring. One Piece, on the other hand, is one of the very few stories to this day, that is holding up, not only holding up the magazine. Don't tell me about no other shit that's in the magazine, bro. I've seen all of it. None of it at all is worthy of carrying the torch. One Piece is literally the only one holding up the magazine. And it's crazy. It's because it's a story that has the most soul in it. A story that has the most lore in it, bro. The story that has the most just originality. I know y'all think that's a bad word, but that's the truth. No motherfucker coming to me saying, I'm gonna make a pirate story. They're not gonna come out with One Piece, bro. Oh, well, it's not original because he did a pirate story and that's not an original concept. Shut the fuck up, bro. Nobody's coming out with something like that with the pirate concept, okay? Original, period. Don't want to hear it. Only God is truly original. Everybody else, we gotta do our best, but it's original enough. Same thing with this story that I'm working on, Demonation. You got this Men in Black theme. Forget the aliens. We put in fairy tales instead, and you get this kind of story coming out of it, right? What I just showed you. I don't know if you remember all that stuff I just showed you. You wouldn't expect that from something like this, right? The only thing you'd expect is, oh, they're gonna be wearing suits, Men in Black suits, right? That seems to be the only thing that anchors it in that kind of theme. So I'm bringing this up because we're right now in a very fucking dark era, bro. Most of the shit we have is edgy, trying to push boundaries that don't really need to be pushed. I'm looking at you, Chainsaw Man, and it's either the clone shit that we get, which is all over, and they don't try to be distinct. The most unique thing they'll come up with is their own power system, which, you know, that's great, but a lot of times that's not distinct in its own style, its own way, like ninjutsus and devil fruits, etc. So we're living in a dark fucking era, and I don't know what the core issue of that is, right? But I could tell you that the world wants more original stories. If you guys are making your own original stories and you believe in it and it's powerful to you, I want you to imagine that 1 billion fold, because all over the world are people trying to share their own powerful original stories, their own One Pieces, yeah, many pieces, okay? And if you guys flood Shonen Jump, you guys show them your work, okay? Now we've changed the whole board. We've changed the whole game, because we are showing the world that manga is not just located on one island, one part of the one city in the world, right? It's everywhere, and it's comics, it's hieroglyphs, it's whatever you want to fucking call it. but it's more. It's human. Yeah, it's something. It's stories are a way for us to reach deep in the unconscious, pull out the truth, and share it. Right? Share it, share it, share it. So we can look at that mirror sometimes. Maybe we don't. People who do it too intentionally, it becomes propaganda. But when you do it with a sort of happening and you're just following the lead, you start to come out with something like One Piece that has these deeper themes that seem to be hitting the nail on the head with the world events that we're with Epstein, all this crazy shit that's going on. So I just want to say, basically, don't be discouraged. If you have in your heart a powerful story you want to share, you want to create, I'm gonna tell you now, this world is set up by the bad guys, so you don't get to share it. There are places in the world that will give it a fair shot, and I encourage you to aim for that. I encourage you to aim for Shonen Jump for the highest, biggest platform, and wake up the world alongside the billions of stories out there that are just waiting to be seen, experienced. So I can't wait for that. So I'll see you guys. Thank you so much, Luffy. Um, Let me catch up on these comments real quick. Hola, how you doing? You're working on manga too. Sick, bro. I'll follow you back. You know, that's whenever you guys see another creator, your automatic response, if they're not just doing pure fan art, you know, is support each other. Follow. I don't care if you think they're whack or whatever. I don't give a shit, bro. The algorithm is rigged against us, rigged against people trying to create their own shit. It doesn't want you to be seen. It wants bullshit to be seen and trends and fan art. It wants Boruto, bro. Fucking Naruto clone, motherfucker. Boring toe, okay? To be seen. It doesn't. It wants JJK to be seen. Yeah, that's what it wants. One Piece is my inspiration for sure. So goated, dude. If your inspiration is One Piece, then this story you're working on is gonna be fire. Yes, it is fire. The development is for 17 years. One thing I always look out for when writing is getting inspiration and staying original, the world building, history, dynamics, themes, yeah. So I'll tell you a little bit about the story before I go. So the story is called Demonation. To put it simply, it's like Men in Black, except instead of aliens, you have fairy tales, pretending to be human, blending into society. Um, the story is an epic dystopian fairy tale about these cloud agents in black who have to keep humanity asleep to the truly magical world they live in by any means necessary. And as you can see in this piece right here, even though it's not done, you can kind of pick up some of the themes right here. You got this eminent event, these sort of end times eschatological events that are brewing in the background, that are building up, right? And they're coming to the surface. And you have people, these players essentially, who are having to face against that force that wants this eminent disclosure to happen of fairy tale kind, maybe twist it in a way so they're seen as monsters rather than people like you and me. And you have this great eminent disclosure event of like, hey, there's something literally above us all in the world, human and fairy tale, that's trying to break through, and we probably want to keep those doors shut. So I'm not going to get more into that. I probably said a little too much, but that's the concept we're dealing with. It follows the main character, Soccer, who is found at the edge of the old world, this forbidden place that nobody's allowed to go to because it's just so dangerous. It's uncharted. It's like the Dark Continent in Hunter x Hunter. You can think of it like that. It's an extremely dangerous place. He was found at the edge of the old world by Keen, this Cloud9 agent, this agent who works for this secret world government, for this new world right here. And he was taken in and he was brought back to the new world, even though he's likely going to be a massive threat to that place. And he's essentially trying to find where Keen, his brother figure, the Shanks in the story, I guess you would say, where he went. He disappeared and left them with this journal, this spirit log that only he can see, right? With all these corruption secrets, everything about the cloud, about the new world, about these eminent events, about himself, right? And he has to go and learn directly and decide who he is and what his place is in this story world, right? What is these secrets. What does his brother wants to know? But in order for him to go to the old world, he has to prove his worth. He has to become a gold class agent and essentially gain. That's how you gain access to the old world. So he has to climb the ranks, and you have his friends who have their own mission as well in this big story, and just sort of how all these forces start to clash and collide, and how humanity is going to wake up at some point. But the question is, are they going to wake up to monsters or to people who are just like them? So there's so much to it, bro. It's insane, and I would rather show you than just splurge, right? But the urge to splurge and just tell you everything is crazy. So I gotta hold it in. There's a lot. I've been developing it for 17 years, specifically with one goal in mind, bro. The whole fucking time. Never change that goal. I don't care how hopeless it may seem. It's to take it to Weekly Shonen Jump, the biggest platform in the world, and to jumpstart this new era of comics where you're gonna see these powerful stories, bro, flooding Shonen Jump and deserving to be there. Not no fucking identity bullshit propaganda. Not no, we need some representation ass bullshit. It's just gonna be purely about fucking stories. Potent stories. Not fucking Clone and Jump. Not fucking, edgy BDSM Jump with Chainsaw Man type bullshit. Or Bizarro Jump with fucking Dan Da Dan. Don't tell me about this shit, brother. I'm not gonna hate, but I'm just gonna tell you the truth. None of these are pillars to what Shonen Jump actually is supposed to be in the world. None of these are pillars. And I know those pillars are out there, and we're going to jumpstart this era, bro. Once this gets in, it's going to wake up the world, God willing, okay? I'm out of here. I keep yapping. I got to eat. I'm hungry, and I'm drained right now, to be honest with you. Alrighty. I am out of here. Exactly about what resonates with people. Bro, the straw hat flag has been used in revolutions, dog. The V for Vendetta mask, the anonymous mask, that's literally from a comic, bro. This is what we're really doing. What really comics are. They're not propaganda. They're actually us as creatives, self-selected, choosing to go into this unconscious, into the unseen, into this abyss of mythology that exists within all of us, these archetypes, interacting with this imagination that we have and seeing where it takes us. And it comes back with a message. That's the crazy part. Because it's not us making it all up. We're receiving more than creating. Yeah? And once we get into really what we're tapping into, you realize we're getting messages here and we got to share it. And it's because we do have an enemy. It's an enemy that wants us to stay asleep, to stay in a state where they could continue to profit off of us through our labor, through our lifeblood, literally and metaphorically, through every fucking thing, and put you in a system that keeps you low. And that's why we're going to break this system, bro. And it's through storytelling. I really genuinely believe this. Art, story, these two together, they are the force that's going to help the world wake up, straighten up, and get real with what we're dealing with here, who our real enemy is. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. Y'all have a good one. God bless you all, okay?